why is someone on food stamps allowed to buy steak, lobster, sweet treats, sodas? Like, they shouldn't be allowed to buy any of that. Who's letting them buy that? I shouldn't have to pay my tax. Shut up, actually. The only reason you should be looking at someone else's plate is to make sure that they have enough on it. The only reason you should be looking at someone else's plate is to make sure that they have enough food. Period. I don't care what you're buying with your SNAP. I do not care.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into another wild round of food stamp drama. Stories that'll make you shake your head and ask how we even got here. From new EBT restrictions to people bragging online about spending thousands in benefits, this video breaks down exactly what's going wrong and why taxpayers are getting fed up. Some of these clips are unbelievable, but I want you to pay attention not just to what they're saying, but to how they say it. There's a bigger message hiding underneath all this entitlement, and I want to know if you catch it too.
That mom that used her EBT to spend $27 worth on cupcakes so her son can take them to his ABA therapy session for his birthday. This is why I don't feel bad about EBT being cut off in the month of November. You don't spend it right.
Honestly, I don't know what to say. I watched that video through and through multiple times, just trying to find the humanity in all of it. And I just couldn't. I just could not find the humanity in any of it. The empathy, where is it? I mean, it's his birthday. They bought cupcakes for his birthday. And the crazy part about it is he didn't buy the cupcakes just for himself. He brought it so he can take it to his friends and they can celebrate and eat cupcakes with him. And so what? They bought it with EBT. You're talking about your tax dollars going to EBT. You don't care about your tax dollars funding the president's golf trips? Not for his birthday, by the way. He's just going just to go. What about the vice president's multiple vacations? At this point, I can't even count how many vacations he went on. You're not mad about that, but you get on this app talking about a kid buying cupcakes for his friends for his birthday. Like, please tell me, how do I have conversations with people like this? How do I have conversations with people who care more about people buying cupcakes for their child's birthday over the fact that their tax dollars are going to go fund wars? Then you go on about how you can make it cheaper. Listen, multiple times have I broke down the prices of things to make. And so I'm not going to do it here, but you're not going to make it cheaper by scratch. You're just not going to do it. You're not going to have the same quality. You're not going to have the same time that it took to make them. You don't know what this mother has to go through. And the one time of the year, this kid gets to celebrate something. You get on this app and you talk about how she should not have bought cupcakes for her kid. Like, what do you even say to these people? Y'all want to regulate food stamps more than y'all want to regulate pew-pews. Like, come on, man. They're freaking cupcakes. Meanwhile, your favorite billionaire just bought his son his third yacht for his birthday off the tax breaks that you are funding. When this is all said and done, I hope we don't forget the people and the way that they think, because I know I'm not going to forget. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
A mom spends $27 of her own EBT benefits on cupcakes. Not luxury handbags, not crab legs. Cupcakes for her autistic kid's birthday. Since when did making your child feel seen and celebrated become a moral crime? Some of y'all just can't stand to see a struggling parent create a little bit of joy without your permission. We don't know what that mom deals with every single day. Sensory meltdowns, therapy schedules, emotional exhaustion, and you're mad about frosting? Be honest, would you really deny a kid a cupcake on his birthday? Drop your thoughts below. But anyway, in our next video, we will see these shameless opportunists who market government aid and fatten their wallets.
Who buys food stamps and how? Like, if you got the money to buy food stamps, or like if you got the money, why would you be buying food stamps?
I was extremely surprised by this question because I thought everybody already understood this. Okay, here's a simple example to show you why this happens. So you have person A is on food stamps, which means they have a certain amount of money that they can use just for food, right? That money can't be spent anywhere else. It has to be spent on food, beverages, basically grocery stores. But person A wants to buy something that they're not allowed to buy with the food stamps. So they go to person B, who isn't on food stamps and has actual money, and they say, I will give you $100 worth of food stamps and you give me $50 of real money. So it's a deal for person B because person B is now gonna use that money to buy groceries. And it's a deal for person A because even though they're selling it at half price, they're still gonna get real money that allows them to spend it on whatever they want. And that's why people buy food stamps. It's not so much about the people who buy them, but more about the people who sell them. People who buy them, they're just seeing a deal. I will quickly remind you though, both of them are committing a crime.
So I went to the store today to get me something to eat, right? Oh, shoot, clean that later. And this couple saw what I was buying, and they made a comment. They didn't think I heard them, but I did hear them. They said, I don't know, officers get food stamps. So I don't. I'm just broke. I don't get paid enough to do this crap, you know? I do it because I love it. Brings back memories to my wholesome period. It's a little hot sauce.
I did this on my other page, and I'm going to do it here too. If you're one of the families that is struggling from not having food stamps that will be coming this month, stick with me. And if you're not one of those families, stick with me too. And if you haven't heard, they are taking away everybody's food stamps for the government and stuff. And I don't really care, and don't leave it in my comments that if you need food stamps and you can go out and get a job. Shut up. Everybody has struggled once in their life. I don't have food stamps, but I know multiple people that do have food stamps, and life gets fucking hard. So don't come in my comments saying dumb shit. Whatever this video makes, I will send money to families to help them for groceries. Because I know there's people out here that are struggling and they just need help, okay? So if you're one of those families, send me a DM, and maybe you'll be one of the ones I pick to send some money to. Whatever this video makes, I'm going to send money out to people to help them. Because I know what it's like to struggle and not be able to feed your kids. I know what it's like to feel like that, and I don't want you to feel like that. The holidays are here, and they're right around the corner, and they want to take away everybody's food stamps right when Thanksgiving comes. So I want to help you, okay? So do all the things, like this video, leave a purple heart for me if you've watched it this far, and let's just see if we can help some families out, okay? And you have to watch the video all the way through if you want to help. This is a love it or leave it situation. You don't have to send money. You don't have to do anything. Just watch the video through for me, so maybe we can help some families. Love you, bye.
She's not ranting, not mocking. She's actually trying to help, and I respect that. She's saying whatever her video earns, she's going to send to struggling families who lost food stamps. That's a beautiful idea. But here's the real test. Will the internet back her up or just scroll past? It's easy to say you care about struggling families until it's time to do something small, like watch a full video, so it can actually generate income. What I like here is she's shutting down the just get a job crowd, because sometimes it's not about laziness. It's about life hitting hard. You can work, struggle, and still fall short when food prices are insane. Would you actually trust creators who say they'll share their video earnings to help others? Or do you think it's just talk? Tell me what you really think.
Today's the first day of no food stamps. My head is spinning. She's feeling a little frail. It's actually kind of crazy. The month of Thanksgiving, the government doesn't give us money, but we're having to beg our president while he's making a ballroom.
Government shut. I hold my EBT card, hey, because if it don't, I don't give a fuck. I need all this from the government shut. My fault, y'all park me. Let me get this up here. They talking about EBT. I better get y'all shit before it ends. This suits. Get this shit up here. Man, I can get my condoms on this shit too. Fuck it, I'm going raw tonight. Yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese on raw bread. No butter. What kind of sauce you want that? I got a bacon, egg, and cheese on raw bread, no butter, and I need all this. Come on, brother. You got money for the card? Yeah, this money on this should be hitting today. It should be hitting today. Don't worry about it. I'm good. The number. Let's decline, buddy. There's no EBT. No EBT? Yes, the government's still shut down? There's no EBT. Damn, bro. Get me, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Get me, motherfucker. Oh, he's bugging. Oh.
The reason why people are mad about food stamps is not because of children on food stamps or the elderly on food stamps or disabled people using food stamps. People are mad because there are over 40 million people using SNAP benefits. And if you think that all of those 40 plus million people should be on food stamps, then you are beyond naive. The fact of the matter is there is a massive amount of people who actively decide to make food stamps a permanent part of their budget, even though they are completely able-bodied and completely able to work a full-time job. We're frustrated because we see people who are free riding off of our hard work. Yeah, I don't feel bad for able-bodied people who actively decided to take advantage of their neighbors by making their neighbors pay for their groceries, even though they should be paying for their groceries. I don't feel like a bad person for thinking that those people are wrong. It's not selfish of me to want to keep more of my own money. It's selfish of those people to expect others to pay for them when they are perfectly able to support themselves. They simply choose not to.
When they're clocking in 40, 50 hours a week and still watching part of their paycheck go to fund programs that some people abuse, it stings. But here's the thing. Most people on SNAP are working. The problem isn't just laziness. It's wages that haven't kept up with rent, groceries, or gas. So yeah, it's not wrong to want accountability. But if you think everyone on food stamps is gaming the system, that's just not reality. Maybe the real question isn't who deserves help, but why so many full-time workers still need it. Be honest, do you think the food stamp system needs stricter rules? Or should the focus be on raising wages instead? But anyway, in our next video, we won't be talking about the desperation of a father whose hand trembles at the supermarket checkout, but about the stone heart of the system that turns a blind eye to that situation.
I just witnessed a family trying to buy food with SNAP benefits, and it's November 1st, and they didn't know, and there was nothing on their card. A mother, a father, and a little girl who was probably about 3 years old, 4 years old, standing there trying to figure out what they were going to do because they needed their groceries. Everyone should have food. Everyone should have food. Doesn't matter if you're a drug addict. Doesn't matter if you're homeless. Doesn't matter who you are. Food is a human necessity. Food, water, and shelter, and health care. We're not promised any of those things in the United States. Not unless you have the money.
Hi, you guys. I'm out of the store. So, they wanted $7 for this. Mind you, I don't have food stamps anymore. They cut me off. So, I only had $22 left in food stamps. So, this is what I stole. Okay. They wanted $9 for this. I said, oh, I don't got $9. Then they wanted $2 for this. They wanted, sorry, it's all has been in my purse. $7 for this. I'm making some stuffed salmon today. These are needed. I'm not paying $7 for that. Okay. Let me show you the most important thing to me. Short ribs. Take off the label so that you don't beep. Get your meat. How many do you think that I got?
Yo, this is disgusting. And if you see it, she also got the Coach bag right there. It looks like she got a baby seat in the back. And so that's also disgusting that a person would be online flaunting. It's bad enough that you was out here stealing, right? And I don't know if this is a troll or not, but I'm just going to take it at face value because I believe people. I believe people when they tell me who they are and when they start to talk about this type of stuff because first of all, I think that people are stupid enough to actually record this and put it online. Secondly, I think that they understand the consequences. And third, they're going to get exactly the type of visibility that they want. And so we need to highlight this type of behavior because under no circumstances in this privileged United States of America that we've civilized and we've created, and it's an environment where people are allowed to thrive. And if you're telling me that you just immediately started stealing on November 1st because of a government shutdown where I think that we're entirely too interdependent on the government in the first place and that over 42 million people, allegedly over 42 million people are dependent on the federal government to feed them, which I think is wild. That is just insane to me. For you to be sitting there, putting your phone up in your car with a baby seat in the back, and then you're talking about having stuffed salmon and short ribs, and you trying to teach people how to steal. This is the worst example of what we experience inside of our culture. And when I say our culture, I'm talking about American culture, because I don't think that it's only Black people. I think that it's a ton. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact there's a ton of white people that steal. They're not as, I haven't seen any of these people actually talk about it online and be as forthcoming with their pilfering as this woman is, but it's disgusting. I don't think that we should celebrate it at all. And they're encouraging other people to do these horrible things.
She literally filmed herself bragging about stealing food. Not just any food, but salmon and short ribs, and posted it online like it's a tutorial. That's not survival. That's entitlement with a camera. Now, don't get it twisted. Nobody's mocking poverty here. If you're hungry, there are food banks, pantries, churches, neighbors, even strangers willing to help. But the second you turn stealing into a trend, you stop being a victim and start being part of the problem. And if 42 million people are truly relying on the government just to eat, that's not a flex. That's a warning sign for the country. What do you think hurts society more? Government dependency or normalizing theft when the system fails? But anyway, in our next video, we will see this mastery of victimhood that tries to charge the state not only for its decisions, but even for its own responsibilities.
I don't care nothing about what you and your little side piece, Miss Argentina, got going on, okay? Release my food stamps. I got 8 kids to feed.
4 of us, Mommy.
And we, the people of America, the baby daddies, 7 of them, they married with their husbands, okay? So leave me alone. Release my food stamps. You took the apple trees, you took the orange trees, you took all the trees, and now I got to be able to afford your expensive food. I need a refund immediately, okay?
How do I feel about what?
How do you feel about the fact that yesterday we spent $27 to buy cupcakes for our son with our EBT so we could send them with him today to his ABA therapy office since his birthday's tomorrow?
Me? You want to know how I feel about knowing that some of my tax dollars went towards your son's birthday cupcakes? Cupcakes that he took to his ABA therapy so that he could celebrate himself and have other people celebrate him on his birthday? How do I feel about that? I feel great about it. I feel amazing about that, because I wouldn't want to deprive any child of something like that. I wouldn't want to deprive any child of being able to feel included and proud and celebratory of themselves. And I know how intertwined food and those kinds of milestones can be. Unfortunately, I'm not the shopping cart secret service. Whatever you put in your shopping cart for you and your family is no one's business but your own. And I don't know if you spending that $27 on those cupcakes meant that you had to sacrifice something for yourself and forego something that you might have wanted. But if that's the case, then I think that's really solid parenting. Because as parents, we often have to make those kinds of decisions and make those kinds of sacrifices. So again, if you're asking me, I think it's great, and I hope your kid had the happiest birthday.
Someone said what most decent people are thinking. Spending $27 on cupcakes for your kid's birthday is not abuse of the system. It's being a parent. If you're mad that a child got to feel normal for one day, the problem isn't them, it's your bitterness. If a mom on EBT decides to make her autistic child feel special for his birthday, that's not waste, that's love. And honestly, that's what those benefits were supposed to protect in the first place, human dignity. When did America start caring more about control than compassion? What kind of country do you want to live in? One that punishes joy or one that protects it? If this story made you think, even for a second, about what kind of country we're becoming, then mission accomplished. Thanks for watching, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.